The Republic of Gambia goes to the polls in 2016 to elect leaders for the country. Ahead of the elections, reports indicate a heated political atmosphere in the country as the various political parties struggle for political space. However, several opposition parties are reportedly being caged by the Gambian government. The media reports that President of the National Transitional Council for the Gambia, Sheikh Saidia Bayo, was arrested in Senegal for comments he made on the terrorist attacks on the country. Briefing the media in Accra, opposition leader of the Gambian Moral Congress, Mai Ahmad Fati, also expressed worry about the political situation in his country.
The Gambia had entered into a state of anarchy. The peace that appears to be in the country is a false peace, because the people of the Gambia are under a thumb of dictatorship. And that is why you could hardly hear any difficulties, any political issues in the Gambia. Not because the people of the country do not desire to, but because the Gambia is a police state. The Gambia is a dictatorship. After 2 years, President Jammeh changed his uniform into a civilian clothes. He held elections, and his promises were one, that Sadauda Jawara, the government that he overthrew, stayed in power for 30 years, 3 decades, and that he was going to impose term limits. He was going to reform the economy. He was going to consolidate the rule of law. The first casualty when President Jammeh became president, before he contested elections, was that he eliminated the term limits in the constitution, so that he is qualified to continue standing for elections until the end of his life.
He described the current electoral system in the Gambia ahead of the 2016 elections.
The electoral system is fundamentally flawed. The President of the Gambia, by law, appoints the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. The chairman of the the President of the Gambia also appoints all the directors of the Independent Electoral Commission. Not only that, the chairman of the Electoral Commission confers with the president on every major electoral issue. The Gambia is the only country in the world that is voting with stones. That in the Republic of the Gambia, in the 21st century, that we are voting using stones that are shaped that are carved in the shape of a marble.
According to Mai Fati, President Yahya Jammeh has undermined the very constitution he swore to protect when he came to power through the barrel.
If ECOWAS wants it to be taken seriously by community citizens and by the international community, it must be in the position to enforce its own protocols. So we are calling on the leaders of ECOWAS to enforce its protocols on good governance on the Gambia. We are telling them to speak to the President of the Gambia, to change his ways, to treat his own people with decency, to stop arresting and harassing its citizens and putting them in prison ad infinitum without trial. We appreciate President Mahama's leadership as chairperson of ECOWAS, but we are urging our brother to also take the issue of the Gambia during his tenure as chairperson of ECOWAS. That will be one of his greatest legacy as the chairperson of ECOWAS. When democracy, peace and stability can be restored to the Gambia, or when its foundation can begin to be laid during his time.
According to the leader of the GMC, the future of the Gambia rests in the hands of Gambians and has called on its neighboring countries in the ECOWAS sub-region to support the country as it tries to free its grip from what it described as dictatorial rule. In Accra, this is David Atto reporting for Metro News.